Girls, can you shut that off for a second?
Sure.
I wanted to kind of explain to you guys something that Daddy and Mommy wanted to talk to you guys about. This right here is a Cessna manual.
Okay.
This tells me exactly how to care for an airplane, how to maintain it, how to clean it, and what happens if something goes wrong. So this is a manual on how to take care of a Cessna plane.
Okay.
So just like this manual, they make manuals for boys and girls on how to take care of your bodies.
Mommy should get one of those for not washing both hands and not using soap. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
supposed to wash 2 hands.
yeah, so Mommy and Daddy got you guys each of those books, so feel free to read through them at your leisure.
Which one you want first?
And if you have any questions, feel free to ask Mommy and Daddy, because there's some things in there that may or may not make sense. And if they don't make sense, just come ask us and we'll let you know.
Daddy.
There's stuff in there like how babies are made, and explains on how to take care of your private parts, keep it clean, and if you see it bleeding, if your vagina starts to bleed, it'll tell you what to do.
Well, you know, you see Mommy every now and then, right?
Oh no, we've
It's
never
just a
seen
part
it.
of
We've never
growing
seen it,
up.
and I don't want to see it.
Well, I mean, you see Mommy bleeding every now and then, and sometimes Mommy's like, oh, my cramps. Like, it's a part of growing up, and that's okay.
I've only had one cramp before.
Yeah.
And it explains kind of what cramps will feel like for the first time.
What about foot cramps?
It may feel like that, but like in your gut, in your tummy,
Yeah.
right?
And Mommy's back gets really achy during that time of the month. You know, where were we going with Auntie Sarah? Oh, Auntie Sarah was dropping us off at
The airport.
the airport.
Oh yeah, going to
And
California.
we were saying, Auntie Sarah and I were talking, and I said, oh, is Aunt Flo visiting?
Aunt Flo.
And remember, both of you guys were like,
Who's
who's
Aunt
Aunt
Flo?
Flo? So, yeah, it's going to talk about puberty, talking about periods, how your body's going to change, you know. So, whatever questions you have, come and ask Mommy and Daddy, because we'll always be able to give you an answer.
She keeps laughing.
Why?
She's making me laugh.
Wow.
Why?
The fact that she's laughing.
But you have to learn about this stuff, you know, just so that you know.
Yeah, we would rather you guys come and ask us.
If you want first.
Yeah,
okay?
why don't you read?
So weird.
Why don't you read a chapter? Maybe read the opening line,
Opening line. Does that mean the back?
the back or the front, or
Read it out loud so we can all listen.
yeah, so we can all share.
Did an adult just give you this book? Did you roll your eyes or laugh a little? Either reaction would be normal, because this book is going to give you a lot of information that may seem awkward. It can also be a little funny, but it's really important. It's about puberty. That time when your body starts changing to look more grown up. Your turn to read paragraph.
Fine. Sometimes it may seem like you're the only one dealing with body changes, but everybody needs
Body
codes through
Everybody.
puberty. When you understand what's happening to your body, you worry less and you better care for yourself, whether you're learning about your own body or about other bodies that are different than
Why are you
yours.
saying body weirdly?
It's normal to be curious, and it's great to understand that puberty is for everybody.
Learning about this stuff might make you feel excited, interested, or embarrassed, or just plain awkward. However you're feeling is normal. Keep reading. The more you learn, the more comfortable you'll be. There's 3 authors. And
How is that possible?
So, do you guys know what puberty is and what happens during
Yes.
puberty? What are some of the things that you'll
Your
notice
body changes.
You
Like-
grow a beard.
You grow a beard.
Or
You do?
mustache.
Boys or girls, or both?
Both.
Both sometimes. Yeah, that could happen.
Like mustache. Pimples.
Mhm.
Zips.
Yeah.
Pus.
Yeah.
And
What else?
Adam's apple.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Farting.
Mm-hmm.
Farting. Everybody does farting.
Rootin' and tootin'.
Rootin' and tootin'. Yeah, rootin' and tootin'.
What about girls' bodies? You named a lot of stuff for boys' bodies. What about girls' bodies?
What can you expect to see with your bodies when you go through puberty?
Zits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We already
What
did
else?
Ugly glasses.
What? Not ugly.
No.
Some people would get glasses as they're getting older.
And that's
Some
not
people don't.
necessarily related to puberty. That's
Mhm.
just your
Your
eyes
eyes change.
change. Yeah.
I know.
But that's not as a result of puberty.
What else?
Your belly button grows.
Your belly button does not grow.
Your feet shrink.
You start to shrink.
Is that a sickness or an illness?
Your feet
You
shrink.
get braces.
No. You may start to see hair grow in areas that are covered by
Your
your
armpits.
swimsuit. Yep. Or your swimsuit too. Your swimsuit area,
Okay.
bikini area. You'll see hair
Like
growing
your
on
butt.
the- Yeah, around your butt.
But
On the front and the back side.
And
And what else? Anything else you know?
your feet. Something about your feet.
Mhm.
They grow bigger.
There was some talks around school. I heard some of the boys at school mentioning something about 669. Have you guys heard anything about 669
and -8.
and a -8?
What?
What is explain -8? What is
So
it?
my friends are like, oh my gosh, the guys always like say -8 because if they say if you flip it around, it looks like a
A penis? Yeah.
That's a bad word.
It's not. Penis is not a bad word.
Yeah, it
Mom
is.
says it's a bad word.
It's not a bad word. It's a male organ, right? Just like
It's a
vagina.
medical term for a male body part. Doctors have to know.
That's a bad
It's
word.
not
Just
a bad
say
word.
a
Bad
boy's
word.
soft spot.
Yes, so if a boy has to have a problem with their penis and they go to the doctor and the doctor says, what area of your body hurts? They have to be able to explain what area that is. So it's a medical term for
Why don't they
the
just
male-
say my wee wee?
Yeah, they can say wee wee, but that's not a medical
It's
term.
sugar. It's sugar.
That's just a nickname for the penis.
Body parts are not bad words.
Yeah, they are.
You guys just giggle at it
Because you find it's funny. I don't
Yeah,
know why you
because
guys find it
Because
funny.
it is funny.
because you like saying vagina,
No.
No.
Virginia.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. But it's actually a vagina, right?
Mhm.
And
And what else happens to
Hey,
a
you and your
girl's
mom
body?
both have a mole like right here and right here. Right there. On the side.
you grow moles.
You don't.
You get fat.
No.
You lay around in someone's house until you die.
No.
Where did you get that from?
Some of your classmates, they're like getting little boobies in, right? That's part of
Crap.
puberty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Crap, crap, crap.
So as these girls start to mature and develop,
Little
Breasts,
buds and
little
breasts.
buds.
Mhm.
they're called nipples.
You get
Ah.
hair.
The nipples, areolas.
What?
So the round part around the pointy thing is called the areola, right? That's where the baby sucks on to get its
Why
milk.
do you know
Kill
this?
me now.
Because mom and dad are adults and we know these
Yeah.
things. We learned this, as growing up. It was part of growing up.
This.
Mhm.
Put your hands up like this. And then no. Put
So
your
the boys at school, or the kids
What's
at school.
69?
What is 69?
I don't know. I didn't search it up.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll explain it to you, and you guys tell us what you think about it. So, 69 is a slang term that they use to describe when two people, you know what yin yang is?
Mhm.
The yin yang symbol kind of looks
Mhm.
like a 6 and a 9 together,
Mhm.
right? A 6 and a 9 together like that. So if two people kind of do that, so one puts the head where their tail is, and the other puts their tail where the other person's head is, and it's right next to each other's parts, private parts, that's what they call 69.
Yeah.
And
And
why
some-
did they make it up?
Why do they make it up?
Mhm.
That's just a position that when two people come together and do that position, that's called 69.
Have you and Mom ever done it?
Have we ever done it? I think maybe sometimes when we're sleeping at night and we're moving around in bed, we sometimes get into that position and not knowing.
Ew.
Wait, so your feet are on your pillow?
Mm-hmm.
Is this making you warm?
Sometimes,
On your nose.
sometimes her crotch could be in my face and I don't know it and I'm sleeping, and that's considered 69. Is that what 69 is? That what?
I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't search it up.
What were
Well,
they
that's-
saying at school about it?
I've
They said
never
the-
heard the term 69.
Costa, the annoying kid in the class, they always have to deal with him. He's like in 4th grade. Miss Renz had to put him in the back of the classroom because he's always standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, never making up his mind.
And he mentioned it?
No.
No?
Well,
So-
I don't know. I'm not in their class.
No, I mean, how did it come up is what I kind of...
We were all playing tag and got all the people are going like, oh yeah, oh blah blah blah, something about Costa. I wasn't listening. And
And is there anything else that the kids talk about that you have
That you're not
you're
familiar
interested
with
in
and
and
you want
interest
to
you and you
ask.
want to know more about?
no.
Well, these two books will describe 69 and all kinds of stuff like that. So if you have any questions, you can research the book in there or come ask Mom and Dad.
I hate the book.
You hate the book?
You just learn about your body.
Is 69
and
a
know-
bad number?
No, there's no such thing as a bad number.
But like, what if?
Yeah, there is 4.
Oh yeah.
Why is 4 a bad number?
It's unlucky.
Oh, well, any
That's
number could be.
superstitious,
Yeah.
right? That's
That's
Any number.
superstitious.
superstition. Believing something
Is
that,
lucky or unlucky.
yeah, that may or
That's
may not
not
be
real.
true. That's not, yeah, it's just a superstition.
And
And what else you want to know?
Nothing.
How babies are born?
no.
Did you know that a girl cannot get pregnant until they hit puberty and start having their period? Because that's when their body starts to produce eggs. So if
Do you guys know what a period is? Not like a school period or
Punctuation.
punctuation. It's
punctuation,
Being punctual.
that is
Wait,
a
what's
definition.
punctual
There's
mean?
several different definitions
What's
of
punctual mean?
on time. Being on
Being
time.
on time.
Punctuation is
Or like when you say,
Commas.
let's just go
periods.
to school. Period. Like
Yeah.
end of conversation.
What does it mean when a female has her period?
She's stupid.
She's
No.
bleeding.
No,
No,
she's,
she's
bleeding.
Where
yes.
is she bleeding?
Her nose.
No.
Cece, where is she bleeding?
The crotch.
Yeah, out
In
of
her
your
vagina.
I'm
And
not
why?
gonna
That's a
say that
bad word.
And how often does that happen?
Every week.
No, not every
Month?
week.
Once
Every
a
month, once
yeah.
a month. And it usually happens on the same day or same week.
About
Every
the
month.
same time.
How much days in a month does it happen?
Usually they say it's
1 week?
No, they say it's about like a 4 to 5 day. But you know, when mommy first had her period, I would have it heavy, and it would
What
be
is
like
what does that mean? I would have it
it
heavy.
means I would bleed a lot, and then I would also bleed for like 2 weeks straight.
Does
So
it
when
hurt?
It doesn't hurt. You just bleed, and
Do you
so
feel it?
It's
Or
just
does it
like
feel like
water.
pee?
It's just like water coming out of you.
Does it feel like pee?
No, sometimes you don't even actually feel it
Yeah.
coming out. But sometimes if it's heavy flow, like when it's a lot of blood, then you kind of feel a little bit coming out. It doesn't feel like you're peeing though.
Just
it
leaking.
Just comes out like it just comes out by itself.
Randomly?
But it's your
Yeah.
body, the inside of your body
Cleaning it out?
cleaning itself. So it has to flush.
I know boys don't have it.
They deal with different things, you know?
I want to deal with different things.
Yeah, but it's part of being a girl, and
You're
that's
not
how
a
you
boy.
can have babies
Ow.
too.
Sorry.
Be gentle. Be gentle. But yeah,
Sorry.
until you actually start your period, you don't release any eggs. So every month when mommy has her period, I release an egg. And as you get older, the less eggs you have. So when mommy was younger, mommy and daddy, because we love each other and we are husband and wife,
Nice.
Fiance.
and fiance, and we've been together for over 20 something years. Can you believe that?
What?
And when two people love each other, they do have sex because that's how they love each other and
What's
show
that?
each other. Sex. Sex is when a boy and a girl, or it could be a girl and a girl, or a girl and a boy if you're lesbian or gay, but it's when a penis enters a vagina. And if mommy's ovulating,
What's
And-
ovulating?
meaning the egg is being released,
The egg drops into which part of your body is it?
the eggs come out of the fallopian tubes, is it? And then it's like in your, what do they call that? I don't even know the body parts.
Urethra? No, that's where you
That's where you
urinate.
Yeah.
So there's different tracts in the female body, little canals.
And there's gonna be pictures too,
So
guys.
the eggs,
Yeah.
there's an egg, there's eggs.
There's eggs that come out of your fallopian tubes and your ovaries. You have 2 ovaries. Cece, show.
And if you don't fertilize those eggs each month, you bleed so that it flushes the eggs
Flushes.
out and cleans it out and
Yeah.
gets a new one ready every month. So your body is getting ready to have a baby every month, every 30 days. And if you don't have a baby, it washes that egg out so it doesn't,
So it's wasted?
Yeah, so it's wasted pretty much.
But when you're young, you have a lot of eggs. But as you get older and older, your eggs die and you lose them. So you don't have good chances of getting pregnant.
So the egg needs to be fertilized by male sperm. So that's why the male penis has to enter into the vagina and release this little white fluid, and it's called semen. And in the semen, it has these little white little tadpoles, and the tadpoles swim up inside the.
Penetrate the egg.
Yep, and they kiss the egg, and then that's what causes a baby to be
Causes a
formed.
baby, yeah. And did you know girl sperm swim faster than boy sperm?
No.
Yeah,
I never
it is
knew.
true. Girl sperm
Girl
swim
sperm.
faster than towards the eggs, towards up the in the woman's body. Once the sperm enters mommy's body, the girl sperm are faster and stronger swimmers than boy sperms.
Not to be confused, girls don't have sperm.
No.
That's what it sounds like you're saying is the girl has sperm and the girl's sperm
No.
swims.
From the male part, there is sperm that comes out of the penis. Too much? It's good to learn, you know.
You'll learn this stuff in school too, but
Well,
rather
yeah.
we talk about it at home so that you guys.
So that you guys are comfortable when you guys like.
Now I don't want to start
I
laughing.
think in 5th grade, Milani, I think you guys are gonna
She'll
learn
start
about
laughing about
sex ed soon, sex education,
She's
and
gonna laugh.
instead of you being like, what is everyone talking about? Maybe your friends have already had the talk with their parents, and you might be like, Mom, Dad, we had all this talk, and I didn't even know what they were talking about. Whereas you might be in class giggling, like, I know what that means, as they're teaching it, right?
I know.
It'll be like
Yes.
mathnasium. It's like, oh, I've already learned this stuff.
Yeah. But if you have any questions at all, please come and ask Mommy and Daddy. Don't listen to what your friends say, because
Don't listen to what your friends say. Don't listen to what the internet says, because a lot of the internet stuff is
It's
not
fake.
true. It's all fake. Yeah.
It's AI,
Artificial intelligence.
Mhm.
Yep. It's
Or
best. To,
artificial information.
there you go. Yeah. Get it from the source right here, because this is your best source of information. Mommy and Daddy.
Yeah, because AI is BS. Bad suggestion.
I like that.
Suggestion.
Yeah,
Don't
I
worry,
agree.
don't worry. It's not a bad word.
That's what Piper said.
Yeah, I know. I stole it from her. Ha!
Okay, any other questions before we move on to Mandalorian?
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian?
Yes.
Okay. Cece, did you have any other questions?
Can I flip through one of the books just to
Yeah,
kind of see?
sure, you can see both of them.
Give one to Daddy to flip.
I already flipped
Oh,
through
you
it.
already flipped through?
Mhm.
I just want to flip through it to kind of see.
Did you guys read it?
I did. I read through a few chapters of it. It's pretty good. They
Dead buddy.
they actually encourage you to look closely at your vagina
Oh, God.
and to take a mirror and actually look to be familiar with it. You should know, because doctors need to be familiar with body parts. You should be familiar with your own body parts.
Nah.
See?
Pictures, wow.
So girls, these are okay to look at. Look, As a boy, you have a private part down here, which is your
He's
penis.
fat.
And then you've got
Oh, wait.
Girls?
That's a girl. I thought that was a boy.
girls.
not
fat.
Private parts are your
Nice.
breasts and also
Hey,
your vagina.
I don't be nice.
And then your boobies grow in, your breasts grow in.
Can you
Oh,
stop
here's
your
the-
stupid
the
camera?
nipple and